instrumentation because we're missing our oboe players. And fortunately, I was kind of counting on those, but we'll figure it out. Okay? Yeah. All right. So.
Welcome to public school.
Yeah. I mean, I know that we're supposed to expect these things. So.
Yeah. Welcome to the public school. Okay.
All right. I also would like to do something, or we're going to do something a little different with the instrumentation here. Because the first 8 measures are all written in treble clef, I don't see the point of having the full ensemble in with all the low brass and low instruments and everything. So we're actually going to have a different instrumentation in the first 8 measures than we will have in measures 9 and on, okay? So everyone needs to really listen because it's going to be a little complicated and you're going to change parts halfway through, okay? All right, so the first treble clef, that top treble clef that's not in the grand staff, that's going to be played by guitar only. Okay, and guitar will also, when it divides into 2 parts at measure 9, will play the top line. All right. Now going into the treble clefs connected by the grand staff. Starting from the first, the highest note there in E flat, that's going to be flute. The B flat is going to be clarinet 1, the G is going to be on clarinet 2, and then there's 2 parts on the second treble clef line. I'd like the top part to be done by alto sax and tenor sax, because it divides into 2 parts at one point. And then the lowest line is going to be done by clarinet 3. Right. At measure 9, where we have the Divici, it's also marked by a 1 in a box. All right, this is going to be an instrumentation. We have 3 parts on the treble clef, 4 parts on the bass clef. The first treble clef part is going to be flute, clarinet 1, and trumpet 1. Second part is going to be clarinet 2, trumpet 2. Third part is clarinet 3 and trumpet 3. And for the bass clef parts, the first will be alto and horn. Second, tenor and bassoon. Third will be trombone, euphonium, and the fourth will be tuba and bass clarinet. Is everyone clear on that? Okay?
Okay, 5 minutes begins now. So you're not asking a question. When people rest for a long time, they don't come in very well. So they need more energy from the viewer and then more encouragement. The flute section needs more encouragement to use more air. So what I would do is I would just look at the light with the look of your face of this is just going to be fantastic. And travel more in a linear fashion that will help her have to take more air in and have a better tone.
Okay.
And I didn't hear the moving line.
Yeah, I was listening for some of those, and
yeah,
I was hearing them. I didn't. No, I was like hearing them. I didn't hear the parts playing. I think there might be some confusion about the instrumentation.
Okay. Well, it's not confusing if you cue it. Then they'll know that they're supposed to be playing the moving line, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Beginning again.
Beginning.
So think piano with a forte attitude. feel that, but it looks like you're more comfortable with more people playing. With few people playing, you need to be more comfortable because your job is to make them comfortable. Okay, that's a lot better. It's really good. Let's do upbeat to 1 and get that upbeat. Raise your hands if you're playing the upbeat into 1. Okay, is that what you want?
Yeah, I think I want to put some more parts in that.
You got like 20 seconds.
Okay, coming in onto the treble clef at measure 9. If you're one of those voices, play the B flat that we see in the top treble clef line, so we have some more on that pickup. All right.
Upbeat to 1. Let's just try that a few times just so that you feel comfortable with that. You're doing a nice job conducting from the tip. It's very good. I wouldn't hold the breath. I would breathe on 4. Breathe on 4. Okay. See if you can somehow get them to crescendo the upbeat, or energize the upbeat, like I like to say. Energize the upbeat with the crescendo. Try to whip the tip, try to drag it longer. So, more.
It's behind your pickup, maybe.
Okay. Oh, there it is. More. And 1. So drag the tip more. That's where you get the crescendo. Okay. Voice 3, 4, and 1. That's another way that you can show. One last time. Nice job. Thank you. Comments, please.
It's kind of like Dr. Ross said, which they always want us to kind of do what we see. And so, like, because you had so few parts on there, and because you seem slightly uncomfortable, and with the dynamic level, which is why I didn't really like play it. But once you actually were certain that that was exactly what you wanted, and you were like, you're going to play this movement, it was a lot easier to actually play what you wanted.
Yes, ma'am.
I really appreciate the idea that went into the scoring of keeping people in a comfortable range. I really appreciate that. And I also think that it's really clear that you know what you want, but I don't always get the response from you if they're giving you what you want.
Anything else?
Going off of what Dr. Ross was saying about you're conducting from the tip really well. Think about pot calling the kettle black right now.
I do that all the time.
Being more concise with it, especially there were some rhythmic issues of people coming in on upbeats at correct times, if they're on an offbeat, and this is kind of for everybody. What's the textbook definition of a gesture of syncopation?
So the next time.
Well, you know what it is? Well, they should have been.
They should.
Yeah, so it's essentially a stop pattern, right? You're stopping on a beat. So thinking that, I mean, Dr. Richardson does this. I don't know how he does it, and it's probably a Jerry Junkin thing. But, I mean, he does this thing, and he'll get the entire ensemble, and he'll go, I mean, there's like that much movement, and they still play with a great sound. I mean, there isn't a lot of moving that has to happen to get Dottie. So think about bringing it in a little bit. Craig Kirchhoff always says conduct in a matchbox, and he's phenomenal at that too. So that's an idea. I love the gestures; they're great. Bring them in a little bit.
Thank you for your detailed orchestration. Thanks for doing your homework and knowing what the original is. Thank you very much.